So the tribes, they had their own rituals, their custom, their beliefs, because they were not following the casteism or the domination of Brahmins. So how was the economy of the tribals before British rule, before colonial rule? They were to depend on nature, on natural resources, forest and wildlife. Whatever they used to extract from forest, the twigs, planks, logs, branches of trees, dry leaves, honey, fruits, all those natural resources, along with hunting side by side, they consumed for themselves and they used for themselves, and they distributed amongst their community in the village. Hunting and animal rearing, that means rearing, those were the common occupations of the tribes. Grazing land, when the lands were fertile, filled with grass, they used to take their herd for grazing. And when overgrazing took place, the nomadics, they shifted from one place to another along with their families and along with their herd, sheep, goat, cattle. And this sort of life they used to lead. Now what about the settled agriculture? Shifting agriculture, some tribals, they used to practice shifting cultivation or shifting agriculture. Some tribals, they preferred settled agriculture. Settled means they were not nomadics. They used to settle down in one place. Small village or villages were there. A patch of land they possessed, and in that area, in that land, seasonal crops, grains, vegetables, they used to cultivate and they consumed for themselves and distributed amongst themselves. This sort of undisturbed life they used to lead before the colonial rule. And whoever was the mukhya or the leader, tribal leader, head of the community, he used to enjoy full power. He used to impose his own law and order amongst them, and the inhabitants of the forest, that means the tribals, they followed his order. So there was a system. But when British came, they started interfering in their life. Then the tribals, they were totally disturbed by the interference of the British rule, and many law and order and acts were imposed upon them, forestry acts. British, they started imposing tax upon the tribals. So as a result, they became poor, they became landless. So they started working under the zamindars and the landlords. They were compelled to take loan from the daikus, the outsiders, a category, a sect, moneylenders. They were moneylenders known as daikus. They were forced to borrow money from the daikus, borrow money from the zamindars, and when they could not pay or could not refund the money or return the amount with interest, so they became the bonded labor under the zamindars' land. And their land, whatever the lands the tribals they used to enjoy before the colonial rule or before the English, so those lands, English, that means British, they seized their lands. So these tribals, they became landless, and in the same land those lands belonged to the British. They started working as laborer, very low wage. And after that, when the tax was imposed as revenue, they became landless. They were on starvation. They were on intense poverty. Generation after generation had to work because money lenders, they lended money to these tribals, but they could not repay the money. So as a result, they had to work there. That means the zamindars field, the landlords field, or the British's government field as bonded laborers. So their life was very miserable. They were filled with misery, despair, distress, because they were very much deprived by their previous state, previous situation. So often those nomadics, previously they were nomadics, they used to move one place to another with their herd, with their, that means cattle, sheep or goat. Acts were also imposed upon the grazing land. So this practice it was also stopped by the British rule. So there was no way to survive, and their life was in intense misery and despair. So how long they will keep mum? At last, after long toleration, after long sufferings, definitely somebody would open his or her mouth. So there, one tribal leader emerged as their leader, known as Birsa Munda. Birsa Munda. Guys, you open your notebook, you can note down the name Birsa Munda. Munda, this Munda category. B-I-R-S-A, Birsa Munda. He emerged as a leader. So he demanded before the British rule or before the company to return their lands, to return their old status. He demanded along with his followers. He was one of the leaders of tribals, known as Birsa Munda, very renowned popular name in history. So he agitated, he demanded his lands, whatever the lands, that means all tribals they had lost, those lands were seized by the British government. So he demanded. An entire tribal community followed him, Munda community followed him, but as a result, this revolt, it was a revolt. It was crushed by British, and Birsa Munda, he was arrested, he was thrown into prison, and after a short while he died also. Thus this tribal revolt, it was crushed and it was destroyed, dominated by the British rule.